There you go. How's it going, people? I'm Audio. This is part 7 of Daibanchou Let's Play-esque adventure. Yeah. So, I'd say we're about 2/3 of the way done with the school, but I'm gonna pack in some extra shit. So you know. It's gonna be good. Yep. Yeah, that's Go and Roga's relationship. And Roga, like, he acts like he doesn't like him, but, you know, he does. They don't hate each other. Alright, we will go talk to the other doctor so you can see why they won't both join. It's worth doing. It's not required. You don't have to do this. It's not, you know, you don't get anything for it. Or it would have been highlighted on the map with a star because I got the box thing. The cube. But there she is. Another reason that I don't pick this lady, she's a smoker. She must smell bad, is how I look at it. And her eyes are really spaced out. I don't know. I don't know if that, you know, whatever. But she won't join because I have Tamari in my army, and I've already explained why I chose one over the other. Really? I mean, Francine isn't really remarkable in any way. So, I mean, if you like Shotacon orgies with her, then, you know, you'd pick her, you'd get that scene, and it'd be whatever. Well, she's required. If you like Yuuki a lot, pick Francine. There you go. How's that work out for you? And both her and the other, the teacher, I guess, they both have fairly easy character clears. A lot of the events just show up in your, you know, in the cities you control later on, and you can just activate them and blow through both. But they both have rather difficult final stars. You know how they are, the 5 stars. Their 5th stars are both very hard, more or less. I mean, you just have to collect a wide assortment of people, and you won't do it on your first playthrough. There's almost no chance of that happening. So, I mean, my first playthrough, I cleared one character, and it was one we'll meet much later on. So, you know that. Yep. The teacher shows up sometime, and she just doesn't. I don't even remember why they don't like each other. It's probably not a very good reason. But, you know. Oh, and she's a nurse, but she does nothing related to that for you, you know? She doesn't give like a passive heal. She doesn't treat injured units. She's just shit. She's a poser. I mean, at least, well, I don't know. Tamari's supposed to be a teacher, and he doesn't teach anything. But he is at least knowledgeable. He at least appears knowledgeable because he makes all this shit that he can eat and throw at people. Francine just is a Shotacon slut. There you go. That's how it works. 2003. They had good internet back then, right? Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while, and that's what they're talking about. I'm not bringing that up at random, I guess, but, you know. Oh, I guess, you know, I bet that email was about Yuuki as well, now that I think about it. Alright. You know, it's whatever. But I bet Francine feels stupid. Anyway. Next up we'll, you know, I'll keep going through the school. It's kind of like, in terms like this, I didn't really have anything to do in the region phase, you know? I mostly had recruit ally or show you this, and I chose to show you this. And that's really the only complaint I have about the system. Sometimes there's nothing to do, and that won't happen later on in the game. Just now, in the school. And, well, I guess the district chapter too, but I like this theme. I like this music. It's good. It goes with all the lolly characters in the game, I think. Yeah, all of them. All the lolly characters have this theme, and it's great. Kineko is really great. She's pleasant to look at, you know? It's like she's just there. You could do anything with her around and she wouldn't really give the slightest fuck. Good or bad, she'd just sit there. That's what she is. Oh well. Cute, cute, cute. She kinda, like, her character clear's not hard. I mentioned it briefly in another video. Her and Barai's are both fairly simple. I like the ending for Barai's character clear more than Kineko's, but they're both good. And Kineko gets a very interesting power-up with her character clear. Well, with her 4th star, I think. So that's worth noting. I've mentioned that before too. But I'll do that. I'll get most of Kineko's stuff, simply because it makes her so much better. Alright. I guess this is fine. We'll just go with it. Take out Barai. And, we'll have the majority of the school after this. Alright, there we go. But, yeah. The game picks up a lot after the school's gone. You see a lot more interesting people, and, I like it. I like the phases after the school way more. Oh my god. Way more. Because, you know, you've got a little bit more freedom later on. You get to choose which route you enter in the next phase of the game. So, that's a big pointer. What you do now at this stage in the game doesn't matter that much. Other than the characters you choose. But it doesn't drastically change the story or anything like that, you know? So, that's how that goes. But this is the dialogue with Barai, and he won't join because Kineko is with me. He's terrified of ghosts, and if you couldn't tell, Kineko is quite supernatural. Barai complains about seeing a burning skull or something around her, and he's actually seeing these things. His skills of perception are just really good, apparently. But that ID card is required to access the last room with Akito. Yeah. And, you know, on the other end of things, if you recruit Barai and then try to recruit Kineko, she won't join. I mentioned that before, but it's for the same reason, really. Barai's scared of her, and, you know, she just says, oh, it's a better idea if I don't join you, basically. You get a free pass, but, you know. I guess, well, I mean, Barai doesn't have any H scenes. That's, other than preference, Kineko has H scenes, you know. So, that's all there. Yeah, but it's underneath the central area of the school, the big field. It's underneath that where the last territory with Akito is, and it's got 6 executives there. It's pretty easy. You just go in there, clear them out, and then you have a death match with Akito. I'll explain it while it's happening later on, but just make sure that once you clear out that last room, you let Roga heal up before you go to confront Akito. Or you'll get a swift game over. Yep. But, Barai, he's got a heartwarming character clear. Kineko is more comical. So, if you want to play the game seriously, I'd pick Barai. Oh man. Yeah, but none of the other characters weigh in on this shit, you know? Heita, Hibiki, they don't have anything to say. They just are kind of there. And this is really the last scene with the executives. They're like, oh shit, we're losing. That's really all. And right there, I was talking about it in a past part. They either report to Akito and get fucked, or they get fucked here, and that's not a good way to go. So they just kind of do whatever. I don't know what they do. They don't say. But yeah. And Akito doesn't really have anything to say about this. I just don't think that he cares, you know? He just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He never really had. I don't even know what his goal was. Like, he's the bancho of the school. He's got all this shit, but he just didn't do anything. He just sat in his room and had bored sex all day, you know? I mean, he could do whatever he wanted at the school, but he was kind of bored with that, and he didn't go beyond the school. So, whatever. I mean, the other schools that we see in the next phase of the game are not like that at all. They're pretty well organized. They're doing things. Akito was not. But this is basically showing that many of the students in the school are on your side. It's kind of at this stage, the school is mostly for Roga, you know. And Wolfgang. Akito's not really important anymore. Yeah. I mean, and later on in the game, you pull students from the school for recruitment, you know? None of them are there for Akito anymore because, spoilers, you take him out, you know? He's done. Yeah. That's really all. But, this was a pretty peaceful part, I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot happened. But there should be one more of those, and then we'll have a showdown with Akito. How's that sound? But yep. Again, the game picks up in pace a whole bunch after the school. The school is basically the tutorial of the game, and I've taken a long time uploading it, but you know, sometimes that's how it goes. Yeah. I was gonna comment on Hibiki's character design, but what sets her apart from that student right there, you know? Or that student. You know, she's almost the same. And that's boring. She's got the president band, I suppose. But otherwise, they're almost identical. I mean, she has eyes. They gave her eyes and glasses. They gave her 2 sets of eyes and a ribbon. So, that's really all, and I'll see you guys in the next part.
これでもう少し彼の力になれ。腕立て100回できるかな。
まあ当然ですね。